You know what I hate about like finding a job in this job climate is it's already like going against you, and then they want to throw like these voluntary disclosures about personal data and gonna claim that it's an equal opportunity employer, and that's a big fat lie. Although not putting this one company up you know on the pedestal right now. But, do you really think a company is really going to be equal opportunity right now in this day and age? Or you think the companies were ever an equal opportunity employer? Because if they were equal opportunity, they would hire people who have been jobless first. Instead of you trying to hire the perfect candidate who's probably straight out of college from some like bootlicking college like Harvard or Stanford or someplace like that. Probably a privileged kid all their life, really never, been in the real world, maybe in school and like, but that's school. It's not no real world experience. But I'm saying that why is this like race, ethnicity necessary? Sex? Why do you have to know my sex? Like, only time you should know my sex is when I apply for benefits. If I'm a male or female. If I'm, because male benefits should be different from female benefits. That's the only time a company should ask me about my sex and my race. Why do they need to know my race for what? Like, and look at this. Look at the options. Okay, American Indian, and they know in the hell there's no American Indians applying for this damn job. Alaska Native. They know it's not no Alaska Natives applying for a job in Texas or California. Okay, and then they have not Hispanic or Latino. I'm tired of this. The identify Hispanic or Latino. It's so stupid. Who cares? If I am Hispanic or Latino, who cares? You know, it doesn't makes no sense to put that in the application process. It's just wasting my goddamn time. Well, I'm gonna then they're gonna put two or more races. This is the most stupidest thing I've seen in job applications in 2025. You know, and then your veteran status. Come on, does that? I know, like, oh, they're trying to hire like military, but do they really care? Like, it's all about qualifications. Like, are you qualified to do the job in your past experience? It doesn't matter where you're from, what race you're from, what if you're male or female. Uh, it's just stupid that how companies are putting us, and then like okay, then they put um, you know, regardless of race, color, religion, national origin, age, sex, marital status, ancestry, physical and mental disability. You know, if I was disabled, you really think this company was going to hire me if I put that down on the job application? I want to know your opinion in the comments. Am I over exacerbating this or not, or do other people feel like this too? Because it's getting kind of out of hand. Like it's stupidity that in this day and age we're still asked about our race on a job application. They should like Dodge should go and just tell like the equal opportunity employer. Like, when do you actually hear about the equal opportunity employer in the workplace when you do have a job? Never, 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 never. That's just another organization that was made up probably in the 70s or the 60s or wherever era, and then they just need to get rid of because it doesn't really do anything. I'm pretty sure it did something a long time ago because I know America had a problem. But now, America is like kind of sober up with that race problem, you're not, although, it is hard if you're black to get a job, but still, it's not impossible, like how it used to be. It used to be like a black-white world in America.
And around the world too, it was a black-white world, and a lot of people don't understand that what I'm talking about. It was a place where only whites hire whites, and there was a place where black people were hired, um, and that was it. And then the rest were, probably with the black people, or if you were light skinned person, or if you were in the middle, or a scientist or an engineer, maybe you get to work with the whites. But then, they didn't even have, they had separate bathrooms. So I don't know how in the hell you're going to use the bathroom. Like in that one NASA movie with the black lady had to run 5 miles to use the bathroom because there was no colored bathrooms. Well, anyhow, let's wrap up this video. It's just my rant about the equal opportunity employer agency that's out there that's just wasting Americans' time. Dodge, Elon Musk, Trump, please get rid of the equal opportunity division. We're gonna go and find out, who's in like their organization chart, and they need to axe that whole department because it's just BS. Because no one in America right now really cares what race you are. They just care if you could do the job or not. So or if you're sex too. It doesn't matter what if you're a girl, boy, or you're in between, or it doesn't matter. It just if you could do the job or not. Like, and it doesn't make no sense to have all this personal data on job applications. All right, that's my enough rant for today. Hopefully you got something out of this video. If you didn't, please let me know in the comments. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Anyhow, hopefully I get to see you in the next video. And subscribe to my videos. I really appreciate that if you can. All right, see you next time. Buon appetito.